Hello, Diet Center, and today is Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. This is your roundup for the week. On Monday, we talked about the password for accessing activity on the internet, and at last count, from what I understand, all but about a dozen or so folks have now gotten their usernames and passwords. Amazed at how many people that I know were issued those passwords and usernames. They had forgotten about it, but nonetheless, everybody's got it. We'll do some demonstrations with it over the next couple of conference calls. Currently, here's some fantastic news. I got an update even from Monday. We are now, as a group, on same-store sales through the end of February, tracking a 15% plus increase over last year. For those of you in the know that track same-store sales figures, you're lucky if it breaks a 4 or 5% mark, and when it does that, you shut the office down and have a party. To be 15% over on same-store sales, and the way we're going already for March, I'm projecting we could have, excuse me, as high as a 20% increase in same-store sales by the conclusion of March. So things are going extremely well network-wide right now. In fact, when I go back and look at any 2-month time period, with the exception, I think, of June of last year, there is no other time period in the last 5 years where we've had 2 months back-to-back generate that kind of an excessive growth in the network. So you're healthy, you're robust, and you're growing. Tuesday's edition talked about, are you managing your business or is your business managing you? The major emphasis is on making sure you do your financial statements every single solitary month without exception. Measure your revenues against your projections or your goals. Measure your gross profit margin. Measure your advertising expense, your payroll expense, as well as your combined additional expenses. And was your net profit at 20% or better? But also, just as importantly, your staff, if you've got a staff, their involvement in understanding the financial statements, and our encouragement of you sharing information with your staff, because their ultimate grade card is your profitability. Are they giving you the return that you need of 8 to 10 times their payroll dollars? Are they getting and maximizing the efficiencies on every single bit of advertising that you're doing? Those are some of the things that you need to examine, and we'll continue to talk about those things in both the YouTube channel as well as conference calls for the balance of the spring If you can sell it, we can count it. Big contest on Monday, $13,000 being given away in cash and product credits. Get ready for it. A couple of twists on this one. As always, our target is $56,000 for sales on Monday. Five centers and staff members will be awarded. When I say staff members, staff of 5 centers will be awarded prizes randomly just from centers that submit, whether you sold $1 or $11,001. Got to get those reports in, and you'll be getting those later today and again on Monday. We've got to make sure we hit our quota. All franchisees will be counted as 8 hours, and all centers will be counted as a minimum of 10 hours. So I know there's a few centers out there that are only open short hours, and we're not going to count what happens in 3 or 4 hours. You got to count your center at least 10 payroll hours, and again, at least 8 hours per franchisee. And again, we'll continue to follow up with details on that. Can't turn the pages here. On the Major Monday contest, your Wednesday edition gave you close to a dozen or so ideas to act on. We're going to get even more information out to you today from Call CIA, from SalesGenie.com, and from UGA. Today is our National Franchisee Conference Call. It'll be at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Development, distribution, advertising, operations, top rankings, and more. Again, that's at 2:30.